Here's an article from Giant Freaking Robot. It's called Johnny Depp Fires Back at Amber Heard's Attempt to Throw Out Trial Verdict. It's from July 13th, 2022, and it's kind of strange seeing these movie websites talk about this case and the legal end of it. I know it's kind of related to celebrity news because Johnny Depp's a celebrity and Amber Heard's a wannabe celebrity who was a celebrity for a little while, so I see why, but it's still weird. Anyway, let's see what we got. We may no longer have the daily television spectacle that was Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard defamation trial, but the Hollywood superstars are still bickering over legal matters, because Johnny Depp is bickering with Amber. What crap writing already, man. Just say it how it is. Amber's team is trying everything to possibly get the verdict overturned and get a retrial that they can do. None of it's working out right. Once again, they have baseless claims and no evidence. Start with that. Just last week, Giant Freaking Robot reported that Heard's attorneys filed paperwork seeking a dismissal of the verdict and a new trial. So if you say that, and you know that, why include the bickering part? Depp, through his legal team, has responded to the request, and it's clear the Pirates of the Caribbean star is giving no parlay to his ex-wife, insisting that her request is invalid and calling her attempt baseless and frivolous, and I would agree with that 100%. Let's keep going. On June 1st, after weeks of testimony and a sideshow outside the courtroom, which included supporters, protesters, and even applicants dressed as pirates, Johnny Depp was awarded $15 million in damages by a Virginia jury. Okay, it's alpacas. I corrected myself. And I think that's slightly inaccurate. 15's overshooting it. But this is Giant Freaking Robot after all. The jury ruled in favor of all his claims that Amber Heard willingly defamed him in a 2018 Washington op-ed co-written by the ACLU. Alright, they got one thing in there that's good. In that op-ed, Heard claimed abuse in a relationship without naming Depp specifically. The jury didn't buy Heard's side of the story, and with the verdict now in hand, Heard and her attorneys are now claiming that one of the jurors who decided the case was not eligible to be in the jury. They even suggest the juror may have misrepresented who they are, insinuating they were attempting to sway the decision. Of course. But this stuff we learned already. So now for the response. In their response, attorneys for Johnny Depp say Heard's attorneys knew even before the trial started of a discrepancy in the birth year of known person only as Juror 15, so they knew about it. And the thing is, if they knew about it, obviously everyone was in agreement for that person to be a juror. That's it. Done. Documents apparently show the juror in question was born in 1945, but in fact was born in 1970. Now ask yourself this. If, in some weird Twilight Zone, Amber won the case, would they be complaining and want a mistrial? I don't think so. We don't know exactly what sort of documents had the discrepancy, or if it was a simple mistake or deliberate fraud, but we do know that Amber Heard's team didn't raise any concerns prior to the start of the trial or the verdict. 2 alternate jurors were available to replace any jurors that had to be dismissed, but Heard's team never objected, until of course they heard the reality of the verdict hit them in the face. Depp's team argued that Heard's claim is a baseless contention and frivolous. The law firm of Brown Rutnick argued, though understandably displeased with the outcome of the trial, Ms. Heard has identified no legitimate basis to set aside in any respect the jury's decision. Legally, a verdict is thrown out only if a judge finds the verdict is plainly wrong or without evidence to support it, as their response notes. Johnny Depp has several factors in his favor, most notably that the response came after July 1st deadline for Amber Heard to issue a request or appeal. While Johnny Depp may have to wait a while to get anything from Amber Heard, the Justice League actress is still bringing in a sizable income. She is reportedly due to be paid $2 million in her role for Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom, even if she is cut from the final film. Which I guess is what happens. As we know, Johnny had to leave Fantastic Beasts 3 and he still got paid $10 million. So it looks like just something in the contract. Not going to say, hey, they support Amber, this and that. Looks like a legal thing to me. But I wouldn't be surprised if the people who Amber Heard played Monopoly with and drank hot chocolate with were happy about it. She also signed a multi-million-dollar unconfirmed book deal, reportedly telling her side of the story about their relationship, Okay, I added the word unconfirmed because it's not confirmed. It's still on the rumor side of it, so alright, we'll see what happens there. She also won $2 million in damages from the verdict as the jury found one of Depp's attorneys defamed her. That amount will likely be used against what she owes Depp, with much of the rest being paid by insurance companies. However, that may change as Heard is currently facing yet another lawsuit. This time, the suit comes from her own insurance company, which claims they are not responsible for paying part of the $50 million verdicts owed to Depp. As far as Depp's career, he is going to return to acting soon with his next film, La Favorite, in which he plays King Louis XV, reportedly coming to Netflix, although it will be 2023 at the earliest, which sounds great. I'm going to see that. Looking forward to it. Alright, so this article here, pretty messy. However, the reason I'm covering this is for this one statement here, the response that Heard's team said Amber had a baseless contention and it was frivolous. So that's the official response from them, and it seems to be going just fine. And this didn't actually know either that a verdict can't be overturned unless it's found to be plainly wrong or without evidence, which actually Amber's case is. Plainly wrong without evidence. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you don't consider it and don't subscribe, I'll be sad about it, but I'll get over it, make a new video, something like that. Done here for now. See you next time. This here is an article from Giant Freaking Robot. It's called Johnny Depp Fires Back at Amber Heard's Attempt to Throw Out Trial Verdict. Today is July 13th, 2022, and I got this morning. So, just for a timeline there. Timeline. Yeah, for a timeline, guys. For another take 2 or 3, who the hell knows? That amount will likely be used against what she owes Depp, with much of the rest being paid by insurance companies. However, that may change, as Heard is currently facing yet another lawsuit. Not yet another. Which claims they are not responsible for paying part of the $15 million verdicts allowed to Depp. It's owed to Depp, not allowed. Kind of similar, but let's get it right. Take 2.